here appeared this man standing in my bedroom door with the cap turned backwards on his head and both fists balled up and shoulders slumped over like that. And I laid there and I squinched my eyes to make sure I was awake. And he was standing there trying to focus on me. I sat straight up in bed. And I said, oh my God, my God. And he ran over to the bed as fast as he could and shoved me with his hand open in my chest and shoved me back in bed. And he said, okay, I'm going to take my clothes off. He said, you listen, I'm going to take my clothes off. He says, and if you breathe loud, bitch, you're dead. I said, okay. And I started back to saying, Lord have mercy. Every time I'd say something, he'd say, shut up, bitch. I said, okay, okay. He pulled his shoes off. He didn't bend. He slipped his shoes off like that. And I'm focusing on his fist to see if he's holding something in his hand. He took his shirt off and threw it on the floor. He told me step by step what he was taking off. Taking off my pants. He slipped out of his pants. And he crawled up into bed. He crawled up to the top of the bed. And he sat in a sitting position. I have a tall headboard on my bed. And he sat in a sitting position. And I scooted down in bed and put one foot, braced one of my feet on the floor, my right foot. And I said, where is it, where is it? And I got it, I grabbed it by my right hand. When I grabbed it, I gave it a yank. And when I yanked it, I twisted all at the same time. And he hit me with his right hand, a hard blow beside the head. And when he hit me, I grabbed a hold to his scrotum with my left hand. And I was twisting it the opposite way. He started to yell, and we fell to the floor. And he hit me a couple of more licks, but they were light licks. He was weakening some then. Then he leaned over across me and bit me on my right shoulder. While he was biting me, I was still hanging on to him. And then I got his neck with my mouth and started biting it. Then I thought, well, he might have AIDS, and I let go of his neck, still holding on to him. And he was tussling and trying to hit me and trying to get out of the way. And I don't know how we managed to get out of the bedroom into the hallway. He was trying to get out, and I'm hanging on to him. And he was throwing me from one side of the hall wall to the other. I was determined I was not going to turn it loose. So we were going down the hallway, falling from one side to the other. And we got into the living room, and we both fell. He brought me down right in front of the couch. And he leaned back against the couch like this, pleading with me. He says, you got me, you got me. Please, you got me. I said, I know damn well I've got you. He said, please, please, you're killing me, you're killing me. I said, well, die, son of a bitch. I said, die then. I said, son of a bitch, you just won't die for me, will you? And I couldn't get him to die. He said, I can't do nothing, I can't do nothing. Call the police. Call the police. I said, do you think I'm stupid enough to turn you loose and call the police? He said, well, what am I going to do? I said, you go get the damn hell out of my house. He said, well, how can I get out of your house and you won't let me go? He said, how can I get out? I can't get out. I said, break out, son of a bitch. You broke in, didn't you? And I was still holding. He said, I can't do nothing. He said, oh, you got me suffering. Lady, you got me suffering. He said, woman, you got me suffering. I said, well, have you thought about how you was going to have me suffering? He said, well, I can't do nothing. I said, well, that's fine. I said, we'll stay right here until my brother comes. He'll be here at 5 o'clock anyway. So I said, I've got 2 locks on my door, a deadbolt lock and a night lock. I said, damn it, you go undo both of them. So we go to the door. We fumble to the door. He gets up to the lock, and he's in so much pain, he'd come back down to the floor, and I'd make him get back up to the locks. So he managed to get one loose, and he pulled it. He said, I'm out. I said, no, there's another one. He undid that one. He still thought he was out. I said, the screen door is locked. And he undid the screen door. He said, I'm out, I'm out. I said, no, damn it, come on. You're going to the end of the porch. I said, I'm taking your ass to the end of the porch. I said, and when I turn you loose, I'm going to go get my gun, and I'm going to blow your motherfucking brains out. I said, you nasty, stinking, low-down, dirty piece of shit, you. And when I did that, I gave it a twist, and I turned him loose. And he made a couple of steps, and then he fell off the steps. And he jumped up and took his right hand and grabbed down here in his private area and made a couple of jumps across the back of my aunt's car. And I ran into my aunt's room, got her pistol from underneath the nightstand, ran back to the screen door, and I fired 2 shots down the hill the way I saw him go. And then I ran back into the house and dialed 911.